Alright, I'm Sovereign Sage and I'm losing my mind. So we're doing this quest for the Knave, and it's a lot of talking, and the first part was just me standing around listening to them. But sometimes you might notice I'm freaking out about things. I like these three characters a lot, specifically Linny. I get really giddy when I'm around him, and everything he says makes me feel like there's a giant centipede with thousands of legs wrapping around my spine, heart, chest. So when he says certain things to me, I'm just like, ah! and that's why.
Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Are you frick kidding me?
Ah, Jaime gets it. You want us to distract her.
But how should I contact you?
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong.
How am I supposed to hide that thing? It's kind of decent sized. Where the hell do you think I'm gonna put that? In my dress?
That's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
All right, but be careful.
You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
I really hope this goes well. No, it has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
You're gonna freak me out.
Clairview, I'd like to take you somewhere. Is that okay with you?
Sure. Where are we going?
Oh dear God. So now I have to walk all the way out there. You freaking kidding me? Let me see something. Nope. Damn it, I should have saved that for one that was closer. Let me look at my levels. I should have gave it to that one. Damn it. Damn. Yeah, I have a friend who really likes Arlecchino. I was gonna wait a little bit longer to do her world quest, or her story quest. But they were like, I really like this character. And I'm like, you know what? I guess I'll do it then. I mean, I was gonna do it anyway. That's not why I'm doing it, but it kind of made me want to work on it sooner. Because I was gonna go work on, like, I need to record the last part to Ocarina of Time, since I deleted my old playthroughs and I'm redoing it. And I needed to finish the thing for Fatal Frame 3, plus restart Fatal Frame 2 again, and maybe even possibly Fatal Frame 1 again. So I've been distracted with those, but I can put those on hold. I also have like some playthroughs for Samurai Warriors 4 Empires and Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires, but I pretty much put a hold on all of those until I finish this. Don't just drop him like that. Oh my god. Sometimes you take stupid damage. They don't give me a chance to catch him. Child? Oh, what the fuck? This can't be good. Hello?
It's the Knave and child.
Hello, Battle Comrade.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Ensnared recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
Are you okay?
I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well...
You beat up your escorts and came back.
I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she'd already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the Knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay, so have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
Yeah, I think they said she's not like a real person. She was created. I think she kind of said that last time.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard your grader's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
Oh my god.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Just casually trash-talking their colleagues behind their backs.
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well, we just...
Wanted to learn more about you.
Right! We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you!
Paimon, you are giving shit away so hard right now.
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like... Why do you call yourself father?
Good question. I'd also like to know.
Really?
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that, now can we?
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
If the Knave leaves right now, she's sure to run into Linny and Chevy. Should I release the bird Linny gave us? No, we should try to get her talking about something else first. What does the organization mean to you?
I'd also like to hear the answer to this.
Oh my god, Child's just interjecting in everything I say! God, if I was to tell her what her fucking favorite ice cream was, he's like, I'd also like to know this answer.
I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser, which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
It's a tough brother talk right there.
And why would I betray them?
Oh, you know.
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard. Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
The Knave betrayed the House of the Hearth? So does that mean what Clarby said was true? Does the Knave really treat her children like test subjects?
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I see.
Based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase. but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved. But I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous. Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all? The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
So much for learning anything else about her betrayal. She probably only revealed that other secret in order to change the subject. It seems like she's trying to avoid talking about her past.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Why? That's kind of fucking weird.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention.
Phantom Child.
I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming.
True.
Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay. I get the picture.
Okay. The child started story about his siblings. The type of conversation would usually leave you feeling asleep. Would you find yourself grateful to child for buying you more time?
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
I don't know about that.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna kill over.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No
That's
thanks
how you say her
necessary.
name.
You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
Sure thing, child. Wherever you go, I'm sure I'll find you again.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh, whatever you see.
Paimon, you're so dumb.
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
Duh.
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
Well, not with you blurting out
I wonder
shit.
if Liddy ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
Can I talk to her again?
Oh? You decided to stay a little longer? Let's take in the ocean view together, then.
That's getting fucking weird. Alright, let's do it. Swooping camera angle. Is this doing anything for you? My bird is in her face. Oh, now it isn't.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
No. I think time still moves when I'm in photo mode. Looks like it's getting a little bluer. It kind of... it is getting bluer, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It is. If I stay here too long, is it gonna trigger something?
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade,
Oh my god.
it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Kazuha, please stop monologuing about yourself. I'm trying to stare at the water, do you mind? It is night. I think she was giving it away though. That's the one thing that bothers me about Paimon in the story. Is there's like moments where like you need to be quiet about something. And she like gives it away. Or like there's times where it's like she speaks for you. I mean, I know that's why she's there. Because you kind of have like a mute main character, kind of like Link from Legend of Zelda. He don't speak. Other characters kind of speak for him. But it's like... At times I feel like it kind of annoys me at moments depending on where I'm at and what I'm doing, because it's like she says something that I don't actually feel and it kind of ruins like the moment, you know what I mean? Like what she was doing earlier, like, oh, are you gonna stay, are you gonna leave, making it obvious is all shit. I just fell. I hope he didn't take damage from it. It just dropped him.
Winnie, how did everything go?
Oh, you know, went like crap.
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clarevy can't go into the sunlight.
What do you mean?
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her.
And then she
But as I let her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished.
Uh-oh.
I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be your wish if that were the case.
She's shadowbound.
Well, we could always try pushing her into it.
Not sure pushing works on a non-corporeal being.
Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Didn't find anything.
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look.
That's the mysterious, ominous, ambient music of death.
Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, L'Endroit, Chambert, Horaire.
Herrera? Landuit? What?
Oh, yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
Ah,
That's just
I've
metal.
met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
It's because she killed him.
Wait, so that means the knave, she...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
That's what that girl said. No one leaves alive. Yeah, so Master says of the group as you look through the list. Okay.
Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years.
Well, she literally said that it wasn't complete and that there's a lot of people's names who won't be put on it.
Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine.
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
Strange.
There were shadows dancing on the walls when there were no one there.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filial are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. I can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the House, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filial and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something.
I like how he's hover-handing himself. It's probably because they're going to have plans on trying to overthrow her or something. That's why she's like, I wonder if they're going to go to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan. It's like, huh?
I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
We've heard about that, and they said that child was needed for it.
Whoa, hold on a second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
No.
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
Looks like the Fatui are plotting something big. But given how Linny and the others seem to know about it, I probably won't be able to learn much. I should keep a sharp eye out during future dealings with the Fatui to see what I can learn.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying. And that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions. I thought resolving the Clarevy situation would make everything go back to normal, but it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filiol and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filiol and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clarevy for now. Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filiol and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
That Anne seemed hesitant. Rest at the blah blah blah. It's not what it says. I hear that thing behind me, but I'm just blind. Watch him try to, like, do something and leave me here. Like, oh, let's wait till when she's sleeping and then slip into the shadows because that's what we do. Don't stare at me like that. Your mind races with all sorts of thoughts. You try to sleep.
Oh, Jaime was looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all.
I really wish they would let that text stay on the screen long enough. I keep telling them, if you're going to display any text in this game at all, you need to keep it on the screen. If you don't want players to manually click it themselves, let it stay on the screen for at least 10 to 15 seconds. Like, letting it go for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then clicking it away. People can't read that, especially when it's a full-ass sentence. Like, sometimes I can speed it quickly, but then I read it so fast that my mind can't retain what I read, so it's like nothing to me anyway. But I feel like they need to leave it on the screen, or at least freeze it to where you can manually click it. Because I feel like you're missing shit when you can't read that. It's just a nitpick of mine that's been bothering me since this game first came out. That they need to fix that.
Hey, you don't think the Knave will be too angry with Lenny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you?
Don't talk so loud, 'cause I have a feeling she's gonna come up on me suddenly.
She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
I'm also afraid of her. You can't just hide behind me.
Trust is ever, Traveler.
That kid's off again.
Look over there!
What's she doing over there?
Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees!
I like this ambient music, because this kind of background nonsense only ever plays when there's like something about to happen. Like this. Like, my god, am I gonna die? What? I like ambient music like that. People think it might be creepy, but I think it's relaxing. Kind of, it's like staying in a deprivation tank. Like, sleep deprivation, like, where you get to sleep in darkness, but you're floating. You know what I mean?
Over there!
Don't stop me. She's a ghost. She's a ghost. I mean, she's a literal ghost. I'm not just saying that, she really is.
Oh, where is she going? What if someone sees her for toast?
Sorry. Stop!
Oh, look! She stopped!
Yeah, she can't leave the shadows or something like that. But the moon casts light. So how is it she's not affected?
Clearly? Shh! I opened the window when no one was looking.
But I thought they said she couldn't interact with physical things in our world. That seems like a damn lie.
Look how pretty the outside is.
Window?
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting.
It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right?
I didn't say that.
Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that?
Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision. Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough.
You're saying the Knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross.
I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother.
Mother?
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Harry. There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else.
I'm not sure. She's a spirit. It could be anything.
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer.
Are we suggesting that this girl is actually really being held somewhere else and she's fucking astral projecting? Is that what it is? Because that necklace on her neck is too... It's too, like, intricate, and it stands out too much. And a Lumino spell, if you know about the meaning, like I said in my last video, that's a symbol of parting. Like death.
She looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot.
It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora.
Aurora Borealis.
It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight.
I'd love to see it.
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother. But we just fought. She doesn't want to see me. And I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
Oh my god, the night passes.
Alright, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Before we do that,
Oh? What is it?
have the Knave and the Doctor ever worked together?
What makes you ask that?
Just tell me, have they or not?
Well, we kind of ran into Clairview last night, and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairview was talking about?
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
This ambient music is making my mind go blank.
Alright, that's good to hear at least.
At least I know you three would never betray me. I mean, at least I know Lynette and Fremine would never hurt me. But Linny, you... I don't know about you.
Clairvy seems to think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Let's focus on the plan for now.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone. Alright, let's get to it.
Oh my freaking god.
Where are we going today?
Where did Fremine freaking go?
Let's try somewhere further away this time.
Feel like I'm losing my mind. Feel like I'm trapped in your dancing wine. Ah! Fucking... Guess I don't. Can I get a friggin... Woo! Oh god. Kazuo just dropping directly on my face. It's not something I knew I wanted, because it isn't. Ah. Ah. Watch her be like you again. Hello.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
Yes.
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles.
I have something on my mind 24/7 a day, every day. If only I really could just let things go. Maybe I would have an easier time in my life, but such things are not to my leisure. So, what about you?
So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions?
Huh?
Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Us? Distract you? Good one. But no, we were just here for a chat.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere?
What?
Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
So, you know everything then?
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mimonia.
But isn't that... what?
Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
But this is one thing that pisses me off about this game. Everybody keeps saying, Lumi's a child, she's fucking over 500 years old, and she's an angelic star reincarnation person. She's not a fucking normal human. Stop with your bullshit. Oh my fucking god.
What should we do?
She just looks like she's 15, but if you look up the fucking lore on these characters, her and Ether descended to this world, have already said that they can travel from world to world. That's not normal. I can't do that. You can't do that. So it's like no one else in this world can do that. And there's even a theory that only Ether and Lumen can use the way markers that are distributed across all of the world in this game, that they are basically seen as an anomaly to other characters, that they're the only ones that can use the damn way markers. You've never heard another character in this game at any given point say, I'm going to use the teleport to go to Dragonspine. You've never heard them even talk about the damn teleport points, ever. Literally, ever, at all times. And Lumen can touch a god statue of any damn region, of any damn element, and therefore attune to it and use the ability from it. And nobody else in this world can do that but her. And Ether as well. And like I said at the beginning of the game, they had angel fucking wings and special swords. No one else in this game has angel wings, period. Well, Venti does in his god form, but we've never seen that in the game yet. And there's people already pissed off about that design and say he looks like a damn slut. But I think he looks cute. But anyway, my point is, we've never seen anyone else in the game with angel wings. The only other person who can fly in the universe in this game is Skara. And that's because he was somebody who's a doll. He's not even a real person to begin with. He's a doll. And he was designed to become the next Electro Archon, which means he's not a normal being either. So he's also kind of like an ex-god, because he did achieve godhood temporarily when he had the Electro-Gnosis. He became a god at that point. Technically he was, which is how he got the ability to fly. So like, the fuck?
She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say. She was threatening us just now.
Just annoys me how people they get mad. I've seen people go to other people's pages and, oh, that's a fucking child. No, she is not a child. She's over 500 years old. Even somebody like Nahida, who does look like she's 8, is actually over 500 years old. So people need to quit saying that shit. I like how that bush on the upper right keeps blinking in and out. It's as if it's saying it's true. This world is bullshit. Look at it, fading in and out. You can see it kind of blink. It goes solid blue for a minute. It's funny. We should release the pigeon that Lenny gave us. Fly, my friend.
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palimormonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the Knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good.
We really don't have any other option. Guess all we can do is take it one step at a time. Well, we don't have any other choice. She already is onto us.
Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Lenny and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
I don't know. I don't mean to get mad about that type of shit, but it just annoys me. Like, people don't fucking read the lore in this game, and then they get mad and act like they know everything, and it just fucking irritates me. Like, even Kazuha is 19, and people think he's younger. Like, he even says in the game that he drinks alcohol. He literally has a line where he says that. Like, wine in my cup, I couldn't be happier. Like, do children drink wine? No.
Before my meeting. We might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait.
Like I said, I don't like getting mad about that stuff. It's just, when you hear it everywhere, it gets fucking annoying. It really is. Like, not only that, these are all fictional characters. They're not real people. If people want to get so mad over a girl who looks like she's 15 in a game, then they need to go worry about a real 15-year-old girl in real life and do something about that. Not getting mad at people for playing something that's not real. It annoys me.
I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
Sure.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I feel like Paimon keeps giving us away throughout this whole quest, and it's like, huh? Like, what? I don't know, I don't like talking about that stuff. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm just saying that I have had a friend who likes this game as much as me. I have over 4,500 and, like, was it 36 hours? And they have, like, a little over 2,000, I think it's 2,974? 3? And they were, like, trying to do a stream the other day. And they were saying something like, oh, I shipped Nilo with Sino. And somebody was, like, giving them crap in their chat, saying like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Nilo's an actual child. No, she isn't. She's an adult dancer. And I don't mean adult dancer as in stripper. I just mean she's an adult. She does like a dance thing, and she's not a child. She's not a minor. And everybody keeps saying she is. And Sino isn't a minor either. He's like fucking 23 or some shit like that. So like, for people to get mad at other people just because they like characters in the game and they like seeing characters together is really stupid. Like, there's people that get mad at this game if you don't like their ship. That's like me saying, oh, I ship Lumine with Child. And having somebody be like, what's wrong with you? She's a minor. No, she's not. No, she fucking isn't. I feel like people need to just keep their opinions to themselves about that. Which is why you don't see me talk about that in my stuff. How I don't say, oh, I ship her with people. So I used to ship her with Child. I actually did. And sometimes I kind of do. But I think I kind of put her more with Skara. Because she was the only one who went out of her way to save him when he erased himself out of the Tree of Irminsul and was trying to erase his whole existence as if he's never been born. That's also a damn song from, lyric from Queen. I wish I'd never been born at all line. That's why they did that. His whole story is not, I'm not saying it's written on the Bohemian Rhapsody. It's not, but a lot of the lines from that song have something to do with Skara, like lightning crashing, very, very frightening. Like, that's actually something that happens in his storyline. Like, if you pay attention to the lyrics of the song, and then pay attention to his story arc, it's very similar. And a lot of other people have pointed that out as well. But my point is, when everybody else forgot him, because Lumine's not a normal person, she's not even from this world, everybody else actually forgot who he was, because he erased himself out of the Tree of Irminsul, which erased himself out of history, which erased himself out of everybody's mind, like he never existed. And she was the only one who actually saved him and tried to find him. And he even wanted to stick with her for a while, so she's like the only one who kind of accepts him in this world. And I feel like I kind of actually ship her more with Skara now because of that story arc. And Skara's a doll, and she's not a real person, so I think that's perfect.
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine.
Yes, those three specifically.
Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Her face? Does it mean you're going to eat it?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
There's really no other way to solve this issue.
I would imagine Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
But that's awful.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove.
She even knows her name, oh my god.
If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
I'll hold you to it.
Of course. Oh, and here. I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time.
Oh no, she caught it. I knew she was gonna do that.
It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
If she has the ability to trap shit like that, it's kind of similar to Asmodee at the beginning of the game, right? How she trapped us and our sibling and stole our gnosis. Did you know that Ether and Lumine also have a gnosis? They have a light prism.
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand.
She knows that that's Lenny's bird. And she knows we were trying to warn him, so she trapped it, so that means Lenny never got the warning.
I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mimonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Lenny what you've learned. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
Oh my freaking god. I don't know. Little 10, son. I don't know.
Time to go.
I just get annoyed with stuff, I should say. Like I said, please don't take offense to anything I said in this video. I'm not mad at anybody. You could do whatever you want. It's just that friend of mine got really upset and even quit streaming because there was someone who kept showing up to their streams telling them that their ships were shit and that they were wrong for shipping minors together and all this crap, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, literally, like, he has a line where he, where's the wine in my cup line? I swear to God he has it, because I seen it the other day. Right here.
I gaze up at the moon and lend my ear to the gentle breeze, with wine in my cup and peace in my heart. Have a wonderful evening.
Okay, now if he was a minor, why the fuck would he be talking about drinking wine and he has even drinking alcohol in the game? Ah! The fuck? Can you see what I mean? Oh god! It's literally a line that he has, motherfucker! Nebula, please help me. Please. I beg
It's been a while, Monsieur Neverlet.
Nebula, please help me.
I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mimonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
I wonder, Neverlet is the Hydro Dragon. We're also attuned to water. Could I get him a message across via water that she can't see that we can?
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect.
Did you know that Nebuletta is voiced by the guy who voices Noctis from fucking Final Fantasy 15? And it freaks me out when I know that because he doesn't sound like it, but it actually is him. Oh my god.
Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neverlet.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neverlet. So allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless.
Don't look at me when you say that.
I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination. like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Kind of.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's drained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing. Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I'm inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Damn it. Even Neuvillette can't help me.
I believe I've told you before that my emotions easily resonate with those of others.
Yes?
Yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense any aspect of her emotional state. Her mind is like a still body of water. Who knows what darkness lies in its depths, and the lack of ripples on the surface gives nothing away. It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being, or whether it's an incredible strength of will that gives her the ability to master her emotions. Either scenario, however, suggests she is a very dangerous individual. I do not expect an explanation as to why you two were by her side. Whatever your reasoning, I would only advise you to take caution.
So, you won't save me then? Fuck it, I'll just have to save myself. Hello, World Quest, man. I'll come back another time. Feel like I'm losing my mind. Just super mash click. Had a friend who told me if you do this, it makes the loading faster. I mean, it kind of does, but then not really.
What exactly were you talking about back there? I only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Like what? Me getting the Linny?
Winnie, I really hope everything's going okay.
He's been entrapped.
Oh, I don't recognize that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
The Knave may seem relaxed, but she didn't seem to be joking earlier when she said those who betray the organization must pay for their lives. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. How should we stop her? No, there's something else we should figure out first. While we were talking in front of the Palimornia, she mentioned Survey's name. Does that mean she knew where Clairvy was the entire time? Maybe she even anticipated how Lenny and the others were going to act.
Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry.
That guy with the
I was
scarf.
so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going.
I also wasn't paying attention. My bad.
Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper.